Christopher Baird!
Yeah?
You're in my room, remotely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'd rather have, your beautiful body here with me, right next to my bed, but as usual. But, you can tell this is a Chris and Gwen podcast the moment I start, expressing my desire for my co-host here. Okay? So this is the second episode of Chris and Gwen's Journey to Hell, I think is the title that we've agreed upon.
What?
Yeah, this is kind of impromptu. I didn't know we'd be doing this.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah.
Just me discovering Skype, using it, then also talking to you.
Yeah, Chris has discovered the magic of Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah. You managed to sign up pretty quickly. So
yeah,
there you go.
Easy.
Yeah. Though it was endlessly amusing for me listening to you going yeah. It must have been the same, you listening to me over Skype, like trying to get this bloody camera to work properly. We both seem to make the same noises.
Disgruntled.
Yeah, just get.
So, how's life treating you then?
Oh, life is treating me the exact same way it treats me every day. Just with general indifference, really.
Yeah,
doesn't have anything overly bad happen to me, but nor does it have anything overly good happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
You gotta really hate those people on the far ends of the spectrum of life, eh? On the one hand, you've got those people that that walk around with sunshine just blasting out of the pores of their skin, and they're just getting it's a sort of blowjob a day, keeps the doctor away sort of life. Everything's coming up trumps, and then you've got those other fuckers that
Oh, they're the worst.
Yeah, they're the worst.
I mean, you haven't even mentioned what they're like, and I hate them already.
Those people that those people that always appear in Oxfam adverts.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Stop making me feel awful.
Yeah, stop making me feel bad about my, look, you don't know what it's like living in the grey area of life, where you don't, you don't even, you don't have millions of pounds and babes at your will every side, but at the same time you don't even get to complain about having a distended stomach or having flies buzzing around your dead father, who's just recently died of some horrific disease, Yeah. It's where's my Oxfam advert?
Do you get it, audience?
Where's my Oxfam advert?
It's
like with £2 a month you can help this middle class Scottish twat do something. I don't know. Oh god, this has started off quite well.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, what would you like to talk about today, Chris?
I don't know. You got a topic on hand at all, or?
Yes. Amputee fetishists.
Oh yes.
Yeah. What's up with them?
Their penis.
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, but, you wanted an answer and I gave you one.
Well, for all my ranting against them,
Stop.
Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. Skype will do that. For all my ranting against them, they're harmless. Hey! You having some troubles there?
Sorry, you're bugging out. You're bugging out for a minute.
Can you hear me?
I can see your blurred face.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll happen occasionally, as long as you can still hear me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The troubles of Skype.
Yes.
This is
perils of the modern age.
This is truly our journey to hell.
Oh, what an irritant! Hope I get through. Oh, I got through it. Thank God.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you something. I do believe that we went to see a film together I was unable to. At the time, I was unable to like do a full-on Nick and Chris watch episode with you guys. So I ended up having some kind of fragmented opinion. That was probably put across through some kind of jiggling footage in a dark street. With noisy Aberdeen traffic going past. So we went to see Ex Machina.
That's right, we did.
Yeah. And it was bloody good, it was.
Bloody brilliant.
Bloody good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I did wonder what you would think of it, because I didn't think it would look like something that you would go for overall.
It's a weird one. Admittedly, it was kind of like that to begin with me, but by the time the film ended, I was decently impressed with it. It's obviously more your area than mine, but I could live with it.
Yeah, I like my dark, cynical sci-fi.
Oh no, she's not good after all because the dickhead was right.
You gotta love twists like that. Yeah.
Good.
By the way, there might be spoilers for anything we're talking about. The only reason I bring this up now is because we're actually talking about a good film. If we're still talking about New Year's Eve, which I understand we spoke about for about half a fucking hour last time. I didn't bother with it because that film was shit. But we've established this already quite vigorously. I don't even know if that's the right word. I guess I'm just
established vigorously.
Yeah, I guess we're just looking. I guess I'm just looking at your handsome face, Chris, and just thinking of like vigorously. Oh, established vigorously. Established rampantly. Rampant establishment. Yeah, I'm enjoying this already. It's good fun.
Yes,
yeah. But it is kind of my really more my thing. It's like I'll have said in the jiggly dark footage that I'll have brought up before, and also this is a lot better because you don't get Nick's kind of nasally commentary in the background. Hi Nick, we love you, Nick. We really do. And speaking of Nick,
to me.
speaking of Nick, he couldn't join. I mean, well, he could have joined us.
Right, I forgot about this.
Yeah, he could have joined us, but he was too busy, and I didn't think up something beforehand. So he was too busy being Christopher Baird's mug. The one that he's holding right now that you can't see. So this was a terrific joke.
It is a skull.
It's a skull, yeah. He's too busy being his mug.
Yes.
And I'm already envious of him having those gorgeous lips wrapped around him on every couple of seconds, Oh yeah. Yeah. For the record, he just took a sip with those gorgeous lips. But yeah, he could have joined us, but he was too busy doing something surreal. It is more. It kind of gave off a fairly old school sci-fi vibe to me. In that it has all those kind of dark turns and. That it has that kind of philosophical sort of air about it, where it's but it doesn't come off as, I don't think it comes off as overly pretentious the way that the dialogue is written,
No.
I mean, I kind of got that feeling when I watched Interstellar a little bit. There are some bits where, like, that's the thing. I mean, I like Nolan films, I do. But there are parts where the dialogue does come off as a bit, like, overly intellectualized.
You sit down and I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah, like, overly intellectualized.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like a couple of people talking. It feels like two novels talking. like if you got two novels and like and made them like two books and made them like suddenly made them sentient, and after going like and after like they suddenly they're going, why are we alive, please kill us, they would maybe start having a conversation very much like a Nolan film. Yeah.
No, I like the idea of like one of them's a shit book and one of them's a good book. So don't please kill us. Speak for yourself.
Twilight.
Something.
Yeah, that's
too easy.
Yeah, too easy. Okay, too easy. Oh God, I don't know. I've not read many shite books really.
No.
You know what? I didn't like Stephen King's The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon.
Okay, that one. It'll be that one, and then the other one is The Jungle Book. I don't know.
The Jungle Book, fucking. I don't know, fucking Ghost Story by Peter Straub. I like that one. I'm just looking at my books here that no one can see. But yeah, when they're discussing like philosophical sort of stuff or sciencey stuff, as us laymen will call it, it actually comes off as more like just like two guys talking, like two people talking.
Yeah.
So it comes off as being more genuine, I think, than like say Interstellar in places. As much as I did like Interstellar,
I really just want to see that film for that robot in it.
Yeah, I love the robot in Interstellar. The robot was the best part. Tars is awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, he's like a pair of like blocks that are moving around or something, is it? Or
he's like a bunch of weird kind of blocks. Like you'd hate to see it. You'd love it, dude.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of it.
It's like the way it moves in different parts of the film. You'd love it, and just the and the dialogue that's written for it and everything. It's great fun. It's the most fun part of the movie, really. As intense as the overall product is, but yeah. I went to see Mordecai.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I did. I went to see this with my friends Ian and Trevor. So, some of you might know Ian as the guy that's regularly appeared on my bed.
Oh yeah, such.
It's okay, Chris. I'm not.
Good.
I'm not cheating on you, Chris. He was just sitting on my bed. Now, I actually, eventually, once I'd seen it, I actually went on the Wikipedia page and decided to have a look at the critical reception. And I try not to do this, especially before I've seen a film. Because you don't want to quite colour your perceptions early on.
Yeah.
But apparently, the Rotten Tomatoes rating is 11%. It's gotten bad reviews. And whilst I can't say that I liked it, I say, Christ, it's not that bad. It's directed by David Cope, the guy that you know what? Actually, David Cope's made decent films. He wrote the screenplay for Jurassic Park with Michael Crichton. He's written some screenplays for some movies. He directed Stir of Echoes, which was a Kevin Bacon film that I quite liked. That one, that Stir of Echoes, that was quite a good film. But I actually didn't realise it was him until the credits popped up at the end. And it kind of comes across like it's trying to be a sort of PG Wodehouse type kind of, farcical British sort of comedy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quite capture the soul. Apparently it's based on novels, so I don't know what the novels are like, but yeah. There's really not much to talk about with that one. You just get that's about it. Really. Yeah, I just went. I mean, that's it. I just thought I'd bring it up because I went to see it.
Yeah.
It's one that not a lot of people seem to be talking about, and I can see why. There were a couple of funny moments, but for the most part, I just kind of sat there with a blank face, just kind of go, okay.
I went to see a movie today, though.
Oh, did you just?
Yeah, I saw Big Hero 6. Because I actually missed it when I see my friends. That's another robot themed movie. Jesus.
Another robot themed movie. I like it.
Yeah.
I saw a little thingy for it before. It might have been before Mordecai started.
Yeah.
There was like a it was basically like a big splodgy looking robot.
Yeah.
And it was like a kind of ad for the robot,
Yeah.
as it were. I thought it looked quite funny. I mean, how was it?
It's good. It's nothing I haven't seen before. When the film started, it pretty much was like teen whiz kids doing shit. And I'm kind of like, oh Jesus. But once the robot turned up, Baymax, he's just really, really cute. Just the way he tiptoes around everything so he doesn't knock anything over. So he's like, he stops, just looks down, then steps to the side of it and walks. Just the way he does that is just really cute. And he's just built to be non-threatening and friendly. Just a little friendship thing with him, and it's nothing like massively brilliant, but it's entertaining. It kept my attention.
I'm thinking Ex Machina crossover.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking what is it? The Betamax?
Baymax.
Yeah, Baymax. Yeah. He at the end he turns out to be like manipulating everyone, and it turns out he's not really sweet and innocent because I'm Glenn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was what it was, and it was cute enough. I don't know much to say about that either. It's kind of funny.
Just thought you'd bring them up. Really, we're just kind of having a but yeah.
So I did see Birdman. That was one.
Oh yeah, I liked Birdman. I did.
I like it more up until when it became kind of the superhero part came up. After that, I kind of thought it was just kind of oh dear.
Well, I'll say this. I really enjoyed it. I remember going onto Facebook, and one of my old tutors from college had put up a sort of short review of it, and he said that he really liked it, but he had trouble with the ending.
Alright.
In that, you don't spend the entire film establishing that it's all in his head, only to just kind of throw it out the window in some nonsensical fashion, really, towards the end. And to an extent, yeah, I agree with that, but I don't know. There was just something about that ending that made me smile. I don't know what it was. I won't spoil it because it's Birdman, and I did like that film.
I did like it, and I thought the stuff leading up to that was really, honestly, legitimately funny. It's really good performances in there.
Yeah, aye.
And Michael Keaton himself I'm glad to see him back doing stuff.
Yeah. God, the last movie I saw him in was fucking the RoboCop remake.
Yes, indeed. And God, what else? Just like the other little parts, like Ed Norton's just massive dickhead of a actor character. Zach Galifianakis is good as well.
Oh yeah, aye.
Mind your Kevin Smith a little bit. God, who else was in there?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone was in it.
I like Emma Stone. She was the best part about those Amazing Spider-Man films.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the second one. Christ, first one wasn't that bad. In fact, it was quite good. The first one, I thought, despite its flaws. Yeah, I'm amazing.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. You cannot stop me. You see, that was the trouble. I mean, we've said that in the review, but the thing about that film was that you, for the most part, have this kind of much more sort of cinematic and like dramatic retelling of the Spider-Man story. Let's be clear here also, I'm not like a fan of the comics really. I don't really read a lot of Marvel or DC. So I don't know, in regards to how they do it in the comics and whatever, I couldn't give two tugs of a dead dog's cock, alright?
That's true.
I tend to read other stuff, but we can talk about that later. They're doing it in a much more sort of dramatic fashion and everything. And then, like as we said in the review, fucking Sam Raimi shows up again when the lizard appears, you know, and you're like, whoa, it suddenly turned ridiculous again, you know, because like the first half is like this kind of, sort of like a coming of age drama in a way,
Yes.
you know, and then the lizard shows up with his face, and you just can't help but laugh, you know.
Oh my god, his eyes. It's just his eyes. Oh.
Yeah, and I remember actually seeing Spider-Man 2 in the cinema, and I remember quite liking it, but I think it was mostly because of, well, a couple of reasons. First of all, once again, I haven't read the comics, so that what happened to Gwen Stacy in it genuinely threw me. Like, I was like, oh shit, and remember, I think she was like the best part.
Yeah.
And
that's why I could care less about the upcoming film, because she isn't in it.
yeah, and also I was sitting next to a pretty Swedish lassie at the time, so that probably would have helped a little bit. But I watched it again ages later when it came out on DVD, and holy shit, it's a mess. What a fucking mess that film is.
Oh yes.
Wow, but Emma Stone, you know what, I have a fucking crush on that lassie. She's lovely. She's also a great actress.
Yeah.
There we go. There's my praise for this particular podcast. Emma Stone is just sexy and wonderful. You know what? Apparently she believes. Apparently, this is something I read. Apparently, she believes that her grandfather's ghost is in her house and that he drops quarters everywhere.
Yeah, I heard you that.
That's mental, but it's kind of sweet.
Oh dear, that's something.
But yeah, she's bloody good in it as well. You know what? I love the way that, see, I really liked the. I wasn't expecting it, like Birdman, to be the way it was, like to be like filmed the way it was, and like, you know, because it comes.
I like the way it's filmed.
Yeah, it comes across like it's mostly done in like one shot, but it's not really. It's a bit like it's a bit like Alfred Hitchcock's Rope, except in Rope you could see the cuts when they made them.
Yeah,
you know?
That, and it obviously goes up to the sky at several points and changes day, so obviously cut. So you know.
Obviously, yeah, but it comes across. It's like really well done. It comes across as though it's it's done in one shot. It's really well edited. Yeah, so there we go. Those are the films we saw. You know, I guess it's not as entertaining sitting listening to us talk about stuff we actually liked, but yeah, well,
there you go.
There you go, I suppose. Christ, you know. But oh god. I don't know. I don't know. So you were gonna. You know what? I was looking through Facebook today, as I often do, you know, because I'm just an addict.
Don't worry about it.
And of course, I was telling you about this earlier. It was the Britain First parody page had put up this article to do with UKIP accidentally hiring a Bulgarian man to pass out their anti-immigration leaflets.
Yes, indeed.
You know, it just seems to be kind of, that's the thing though. What I was talking about was you know, and you know, we're getting political on Chris and Glenn's Journey to Hell. You knew it had to happen.
I just can't believe it's happening now.
I was just kind of, I was listening. It was just, I just kind of thought of this. It popped in my head because we were talking about it earlier, and basically, it's the way when you look at Britain, and then you compare it to the US. Because I watch a lot of like Young Turks and Secular Talk, because I like to find out about crazy people in America. American politics is so much more insane.
Oh yes.
You know, it's much more entertaining. You know,
We promise to do something with money. Eyes glaze over. I don't care.
yeah, it's like, you know, you wouldn't be. It really is more insane. You wouldn't be surprised to hear someone going up on a podium and saying that, you know, I don't know, we should behead Obama, like on national television or something. In fact, I'm fairly certain someone has said that.
Yeah, probably.
You know, on a public forum somewhere. Like, someone has said, like, we should lynch Obama. Actually, there was people standing outside the fucking White House, a bunch of rednecks with fucking guns.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they were standing out there with their fucking flags, and I can't remember what they were protesting, just Obama, you know? But they were just, Obama, yeah.
Burma.
They got Obama and the country of Burma mixed up, and they just ended up, like, merging the two. Burma! But,
they're trying to like interpret what their national anthem is over there. So he's like, "Oh, Burma," but they can't think of anything else. So
yeah,
I can't rationalize what these idiots think about. But at least they're not being violent towards a black president.
You know, the funny thing is, I remember, I can't remember who it was that made this point, but it's like, yeah, okay, replace all those white rednecks with black people waving guns around. Because, yeah. Let's see what happens then, you know. But you see, you've got those people, and like over here, we've got like Britain First, we've got the EDL, we've got National Front, I think we've still got the BNP, but I haven't heard from them in a fucking dog's age.
Which one, sorry?
BNP.
Oh, BNP.
But I don't know, maybe I just haven't been paying attention to our, you know, fascist population lately. But you know, we've got all those people, and really the only one that's managed to get any kind of real, like, political, like, clout, or in any kind of like being taken seriously by like anyone, has been UKIP. And even then, they're still taking the piss out. We take the piss out of these people, and over in America, they're half the fucking vote. People like that.
Dime a dozen.
Yeah, there are people like that that are in positions of power. Okay. Right, yeah, so sorry about that. Chris had to go off and help an old lady across the street or something.
It was urgent.
Huh?
It was urgent.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've just been kind of sitting here staring at all the posters on your wall. The only one that I've been able to make out, really, is Brazil.
Yeah. Got to have, like, just comic book covers on there, and just anything else that won't get me laid.
Oh, God, you know.
You gotta be yourself.
You know what, there you go. Where's Christopher Baird's Oxfam advert? Where is his Oxfam advert?
Yeah,
for
just
two,
once. I mean,
for just £2 a month, you can help Christopher Baird get laid, despite his large amounts of comics and other geeky shite that apparently women don't like.
Yeah, I know, because every woman is that person.
Yeah, every woman is the same. They're not, you know.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you know, I was saying, you know, that there are people in positions of power that, you know, that think, you know, it's like they're constantly going on air saying like, oh, you know, America is a Christian nation, you know, and it's like, you know, like you what, sod off, all you fuckers, we were all pagan before you fuckers showed up. All of us, every single one of us was a pagan. You know, and then you came along with your, you know, fear and yet unbridled fascination with where people put their dicks. You know, where's your pagan? You know, paganism is great. Fuck the ground. Do what you want. In fact, that's encouraged. I've never read any pagan literature, but I am pretty certain that's encouraged.
What, fucking the ground?
Yeah, fucking the ground. I mean, you're loving the earth.
Yeah, I suppose.
Bring yourself back to the earth.
You know, consent, all that, you know, you just gotta, you know.
Yeah. I don't
Very
even.
some consent.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking
It's
about.
fine.
I don't even know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just saw that, and you know, it just, I don't know, it gets me every time. You know, I mean, seeing how much how you know, sorry, how little we give a shit about those sorts of people over here, and yet over in America, they're like, you know, there are people in positions of power that are exactly those people.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, have you heard? What is it? The comedian Al Murray's doing like a mock election or something.
Yeah,
Like
he's doing like a mock election kind of. That's the funny thing. When I saw that, I realised I was looking at Al Murray and I think like, God, you know what? You know, Al Murray was taking the piss out of UKIP before UKIP was around.
I know, it's weird.
They were. He was. You know, and he was doing a damn good job at it, considering they didn't exist. You know? I don't. Well, I'm fairly certain. I mean, I'm fairly, UKIP's a fairly sort of recent development, I think. Though I think they're kind of they've kind of been in. Well, I don't know where they came from in particular. I know Britain First, I think, was supposed to be like a like an offshoot of the BNP or something. But whatever. They're all hilarious over here, and we treat them as hilarious.
Exactly.
You know, but oh God. So Chris, when we can get off of the sort of political discussions that I'm so fond of that are not good right now because Nick isn't here, because he's too busy.
Being the Skull member,
Being the Skull Mug. Yeah.
One per episode.
Yeah, one per episode. Okay, one per episode. He's too busy being the Skull Mug. I'll actually have something set up for the next time because this was fairly impromptu. So, you probably have some comics to show me, don't you?
Comics.
Yeah. I'm sure you do.
What comic?
You were telling me about how you were going to be like. You were going to talk about Sandman and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just showing you my figurines and stuff.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Those are the 3 Sandman characters I showed you.
Okay. Can you, well, tell you what, I know they can't see the figurines, but maybe just like tap one on your desk.
What? Tap one?
Yeah, just tap one on your desk. Yeah, you hear that? That's, who's that?
Pumpkinhead.
Merv Pumpkinhead, yeah. And you know what? I knew that because it sounded exactly like Merv Pumpkinhead. If he were a small plastic figure and you tapped him against the desk.
Yeah, you can hear his working class moaning over that. That is the character that he is. He is a person and also a pumpkin.
He is a person and also a pumpkin.
What are the odds? Watch our show.
There we go. It's the Merv Pumpkinhead show.
Oh, I ruined Merv Pumpkin. Jesus, that's not too much skill, but I ruined that character.
I'm Merv Pumpkinhead. As my name suggests. As my name suggests, I have a pumpkin for a head. I have trouble getting a job. I fucking hate Halloween. Children chase me with knives.
That's one of the most underrated comic characters of all time, though. Merv Pumpkin.
Yeah, well, I am going to have to get back to reading Sandman.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, I know, you keep saying that. Yes, you should, Glenn. You should get back to...
that's one thing you haven't been catching up on.
I know, I don't know why. I don't know why either. I read the first Sandman and I thought, actually, this is really good. And it was the same with Preacher. I read the first Preacher and went, this is fucking cool. And I just haven't caught up on them. I've been reading shitloads of Hellblazer. I've been reading Transmetropolitan, Fables.
Fables, yeah.
You know, Transmetropolitan is pretty much becoming my favourite thing ever. You know, I hate the fact that I live in such a dead-end small town where there's no comic book store. because I really want to just get the next volume of Transmetropolitan. You know?
Yeah, I'll have to get into that as well.
Yeah, you certainly do. You know? Because I remember you were kind of surprised that I hadn't gotten into it like earlier.
Oh yeah, I was so surprised.
You know, just kind of like, was it really that, you know, obvious a choice for me? You know, you're just like, no, Glenn, no.
No. I'm guessing you haven't read Black Hole yet, then.
No, I haven't actually. Black Hole. Now that's an interesting looking thing. Did you manage to read all of it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So, what was your thought on it exactly?
My thought on Black Hole, it's a really good little story. Not quite what I expected, though at the same time it kind of is, because I knew I'd read a few of the author's work before, and yeah, it's just like one of these like kind of slice of life in a way, or like following the life of two.
Yeah, like it's not like we've got to save the world, or
no,
you know, we've got to. It's really more kind of just like these.
It's nothing ground shaking in terms, but it's just about how it's kind of like an allegory for like the AIDS disease and all this shit, all these kind of stuff, and just how it just rots you from the core, and then you become these. Well, it's.
Yeah, I mean, the plot for, or the premise for Black Hole is that there's a group of teenagers that have contracted this sexually transmitted disease that causes various mutations that can be different for every person.
Yeah.
Some of them can be like overly horrendous, others can be like very subtle.
Yes.
You know,
Lord.
Yeah, like I did flick through some of it and I just saw some, I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, there's like one girl who just has a tail, and then that's it. And,
you know what? I actually, I probably would have told you about this. I saw a short film that was based on it. And it was meant to be a kind of, I think it was meant to be a sort of promo for like a possible full-length adaptation.
Yes, that's right.
And it was done by, it was the guy that did Snow White and the Huntsman.
Rupert something or other.
Rupert Sanders, I think.
Sanders.
Yeah, Rupert Sanders. And I think he's a British director. I think he.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I think he's
he's a Texan in my mind, though.
Yeah, but Snow White and the Huntsman. Oh God. I watched the short film and it was actually pretty cool. You know, that short film was
really. A bit of it.
Sorry.
I seen a bit of it.
Yeah, you saw a bit of it. Yeah,
interesting.
I watched the whole thing. It got really kind of David Lynchian towards the end. And then again, the whole thing was kind of David Lynchian if you think about it. Just the surreal kind of idea. And I saw I saw Fears of the Dark, which was that animated anthology horror film. And that had a segment by Charles Burns in it, the guy that wrote Black Hole. And I look at the artwork for the comic, and it's pretty much it's the same as that segment.
Kind of pop art from the 1950s.
Yeah, I saw it put out.
Evolved to a certain degree, you know.
Yeah, like it's his own style, but it kind of has that sort of pop art sort of thing about it. You know. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. It's it's really big. I didn't think it would be that big, like as a book. Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking when I was reading it, because there was one scene where the character supposedly goes through like a room filled with like lots of crazy stuff in it. And he says like, I went through this room of ungodly abominations of man or something like that. And then, but the weird thing is, there's some weird stuff in there, but it's like, I don't know, a doll of a dog wearing a top hat. That's not an ungodly abomination. That's just cute.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm just pulling that moment apart, but it's just. Oh God!
It's a moment. It's a moment that deserves to be singled out. Clearly. You know, I mean, come on. You don't get many comics that have that sort of, commitment to them. You know, where you have like dogs wearing hats and such like. You know, It's like, hell, probably comics are probably the only medium you get away with something like that. You don't really, nothing's really that fun anymore except comics.
Nah.
TV's not that fun. Fucking movies aren't that fun. Video games, like particularly mainstream video games, aren't that fun anymore. I tell you what, actually, we're gonna go on to video games. We're talking about like video games that are really genuinely fun. I recently joined the PC Master Race. In that I have
I'll join later.
Oh, you'll join later. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
You get your membership card later. I've been like getting stuff off of Steam, and it's mostly because I've been watching Jim Sterling's Let's Plays, and he plays a lot of shit, but he does occasionally he'll play something really good, and like I'll just want to get. So I've been getting like stuff like Eldritch and Wasteland 2, and I was interested in Wasteland 2 anyway. But are you just munching away, are you, Chris? Alright. But yeah, the most recent one I got a hold of through his recommendation, because he has like a Steam curator list on Steam, was Heavy Bullets. And you saw the video for that, didn't you? Because I think I sent the video to you, and you were just like, holy shit, the colour!
Yes, I had seen that one before.
It's surprising in an FPS, isn't it?
I know.
Everything else is just everything is just so gunmetal grey and shit brown and khaki green, and sometimes
war as hell.
Yeah, and it's and none of them really, especially like the war ones like Call of Duty and Battlefield. They purport to be kind of more kind of realistic shooters without really capturing anything that could be considered in any way realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go with like This War of Mine as being a somewhat more in-depth sort of war dissection if we want to get into overly artistic territory.
The Spec Ops: The Line seems to be one of the...
yeah.
I've seen a few Let's Play of them. It actually does look quite impressive, actually.
Yeah, because that was that was one that Ben Yahtzee Croshaw actually recommended, I believe.
Yes.
Because he thought that it was like, holy shit, this is actually engaging me. But yeah, it's just all it's mostly just like a corridor where you run down and shoot brown people while a Michael Bay movie happens around you.
Yeah.
And the word movie is just like, it's, I stress that word because they think they're making movies.
Yeah.
You just kind of, you walk down a corridor, you shoot a couple of brown people, and then it goes, oh, look at this thing happen! Without you in it at all. With you just standing there like a spare dick. Do you need me, Call of Duty?
Because I don't need you anymore.
Look at us, look at us being controversial, eh? Going up against the mighty Call of Duty.
Oh dear.
Yeah. At the same time, I hated Kick-Ass.
Oh no.
Hated it. I'm totally controversial, man.
So controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for Kick-Ass anymore either.
And I love Justin Bieber. I love him. He reminds me of me at that age. Abs and all. Yeah.
Jesus.
I had the hair, I had the abs. I had the record deal.
That's right, I was there.
And then
Hang it, you just do things.
Yeah. Like but then I had it made basically, dude. I had the record deal. I was showing off my abs to all the girls who were just screaming for what was between my legs, dude. Just screeching for it. I had 14-year-old girls just rubbing themselves off in front of me.
Okay, it's getting weird now.
Yeah. It's this is how it was. But then you accidentally let one photo of you jacking off a dog leak onto the internet, and it's all over. Done.
Yeah.
And you end up in some small town in Scotland with ragged hair, doing a stupid little show on YouTube. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
No.
God, that was fucking dumb. But
I was a movie director, you know.
Oh, were you?
Yes. Yeah, might as well just rip off Jim Sterling now.
The moment we started these podcasts, we were ripping off Jim Sterling.
Yes.
That was the moment we were doing it, because as we all know, Jim Sterling was the first man to do a podcast.
The talking to a camera / something, and
Yeah.
then put it away on the internet.
Yeah. He was the first man to do that. You know?
But yes, I directed a film called Branchman Begins.
Branchman Begins.
This will be a collaborative little one, so we'll just
Okay, right.
because I've been very
Branchman Begins.
I am, as you know, I am a shameless rip-off artist. So when I saw Batman Begins, I just had to get some of that. So I grabbed Vince Vaughn by the ear and
Because it had to be Vince Vaughn, dude. Did you see his performance as Norman Bates? Brilliant.
Actual me, no. Director me, yes. 10 times.
You're not getting this whole, like, pretending thing down now, are you, Chris?
No, I'm not.
You know? You gotta pretend that Vince Vaughn is a good actor, okay? You gotta pretend like we're taking this seriously.
But yeah, basically the story is Vince Vaughn is Robert Twat. I don't know.
Robert Twat. Now that is a fucking a fucking iconic character right there. Robert Twat.
Robert Twat.
Rob Twat. Bob Twat. Yeah.
Bob Twat. Yeah. Bob Twat, as a young kid, is looking around his kid's basement. We're talking about kids' basement. Christ, I'm not. I'm not too good. No, he's living in his mansion, going blah blah blah. I'm a kid walking around, blah blah blah, and then out of nowhere, a branch flies through the window and hits him in the eye. Flash 20 years later.
Okay. Okay, so that's the origin story.
Actually, isn't over yet. Actually, then 2 other branches kill his family.
2 other branches. They're just flying through the window.
No, that doesn't work because he's got some idolized branches because they're.
Right. Okay.
He's irrational towards branches.
Okay.
Doesn't hate. Okay, let's think. Who kills the parents?
Who kills the parents? Let's think. So what's the opposite of trees?
Trees.
What's the opposite of trees?
Dirt.
Dirt. No, that's not. That's what trees grow out of. We can't have trees without dirt.
Okay.
Think, Chris, for fuck's sake. This is a film. We're making a movie here.
I just thought like a plastic, the shape of a man, but he's like all like see-through plastic and filled with water.
Okay, so we've got so now what we've got is a kid that's been hit in the eye with a branch, and now a see-through plastic man filled with water. How does this man function? How does this man talk?
Plot contrivances.
Plot contrivances, I see. That's apparently the cure for not having any bodily functions now. Plot contrivance.
Yeah, basically that man walks up to the pimp to go, excuse me, are you Mr. and Mrs. Twat?
Now that's a line I need to hear. We've been spoken in a serious tone by a serious actor. Like fucking Anthony Hopkins or something.
Yeah.
It's Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins via motion capture.
Okay. I like it. I'm loving it so far.
I'm sweating stitches about this.
You know what? You're dude, right now you're at the yellow light. You're this close to the green light. You're doing it, man. You're getting there.
Right. Anyway,
You'll be the next Ron Howard.
Waterman walks up. Jesus.
Waterman. Okay, right. We've got Waterman, and he walks somewhere.
He walks up to the parents and says, "Are you Mr. and Mrs. Twat?" And they go, "Yes, I am a Mrs. Twat, and this is our Mr. Twat." And then, just out of nowhere, a second fist flies out of Anthony Hopkins' face and kills them both in a wire.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, right. So basically, right. I'm assuming there's some kind of that there's going to be some kind of accident involved where, where the kid, like 20 years from now, like gets, I don't know, like he goes skydiving and then like jumps out of the plane and then accidentally blasts straight through a plane that is for some reason carrying nuclear waste. And then like lands in a tree farm or something, and he just becomes Branchman.
No. Remember, the whole thing, that's actually kind of cool.
Oh, right, I see. Okay, so we're not going for cool.
That's Batman, so it's got nothing to do with powers. You're just being rich and stupid.
Okay, I see.
I don't hate Batman, but no, I do think he's a very childish character sometimes. Just due to how much times he has been reinvented, just whining about his parents all the time.
What are you, retarded? I'm the goddamn Branchman. My parents are dead. They got killed by a water fist man. Don't you know? Where's my Oxfam advert? Where's mine?
Actual line for the movie.
For £2 a month, you can help children whose parents have been killed by water fist man.
Yeah. Then after that, it's 20 years later. Vince Vaughn is being a twat because that's his last name. Ha ha ha. At this point, he is rich, white, and living the American dream. But one thing is wrong. There are too many people. There are too many water fist men walking around the streets these days.
Okay. So they've kind of become they've had a bit of a population boom. Wait.
No, they're just all evil.
All right.
Presented by plastic water people. That's how we know they're the bad guys.
Okay.
I'm a genius. Don't question me.
Oh, okay then. Okay, Mr. Nolan.
Yeah. Thank you. So he decides, I'm going to strike fear into the hearts into the non-existent hearts of a man with water in it. So he thinks, I really want to hit something across them with something that might not break it, but will make a loud noise.
Perhaps something that's significant to my childhood, in some
and
way.
And he remembered that time when a branch randomly flew through his window and hit him in the eye, causing him to cry, "Oh, my eye! My fucking eye!"
as a 6-year-old child.
Exactly.
Oh, my fucking eye! I hope I have a child that's that awesome. He's 6 years old and he's just, yeah. The maid the maid comes on. It's like, "What happened, Master Twat?" And he's just like, "My fucking eye! That's what happened, you silly cow!"
It's Vince Vaughn's face for a kid, so I hope your kid doesn't grow up like that.
Okay, right. Well, that. Now you were talking about a dog with a hat being an abomination. I mean, like in that comic, but that's like.
Exactly.
That's like I'm pretty sure they didn't they do that for Breaking Dawn Part 2? Didn't they get like, I don't know if it was Vince Vaughn's face, but it was someone's face. I don't think it was human. There's our Twilight jab. But,
yes, Twilight again.
Again, it keeps coming back.
God, it's funny how that film doesn't matter to us anymore, does it?
Not really.
It's good. It's not good. It's not funny, but it's just a nice feeling.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Vince Vaughn cuts down a tree and makes a suit out of bark.
I
but
see.
then has a bunch of branches shooting out on the other side, and
Okay, right.
sorry. And then he walks out and looks into the mirror and says, "Yup."
This'll do. He just walks out and there's just like birds, like really frustrated birds, just following him around. It's like, God damn it, hold still so I can build my nest.
That's part of his weapons, throwing birds at people.
Yeah, that's what he does. Just throws it.
He actually lets the birds lay their eggs on him so he can mercilessly throw them at the village, killing a potential baby bird.
That'll be the moral.
You know, just like Batman is technically not a hero, this Vince Vaughn is not a likable person.
Yeah, that will be the ambiguous moral centre. Should Vince Vaughn fight evil, like fight a greater evil in these, these Water Fist men are clearly evil. They're terrible, Should he fight the evil of the Water Fist men by chucking newborn birds at them, or not even born birds,
also the fact
or should he bow to the will of his feathered friends that have nested in his body?
Well, that's a nice question. That'll be answered later, but he first uses his branch suit to get laid a lot.
I see. Now,
and it works.
It works. It works every time. Yeah. I take it.
Hello, ladies.
I take it this is more plot contrivance. I take it this is more contrivances, or do women really get wet for the tree man?
A little bit of both, I think. It is good. Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Very good.
Ha 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 ha.
But yeah, he just walks up and says, "How's about it, lady?" And then they just go off and.
That's something that we need to do. He just kind of spouts tree puns. It's like a Water Fist man walks into a shop because and just starts because that's what villains do. They destroy grocery stores. And he just goes, "You'd better leave right now."
Yeah, he just mainly uses the leaf ones. Like, take a leaf out of my book, and then
it's mostly leaves.
One of the Water Fist man played by who will he played by?
I'm going to H2-own you.
What?
I'm going to H2-own you. That's not even a pun.
No, it's just
it's just dumb.
Anyway, the Water Fist man is played by, I don't know, Ron Perlman.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought this wasn't meant to be good. You just put Ron Perlman in it. Now it's amazing.
No, the film's amazing, but
oh well, I suppose.
It's amazing it exists. It's not amazing.
Because it exists now, Chris.
Yes, it exists. But yeah, Ron Perlman walks up to Vince Vaughn and says, "Piss off." Okay.
Okay. Well, I can see. I'm not sure if it's.
My beaky voice.
I'm not sure if it's much of a pun. I mean, it's like piss. I mean, I guess piss has water in it. So I guess that it's tenuously linked to water.
Anyway, Vince Vaughn is busy chatting up a lady at a time when these watermen come up, and I'll elaborate on the fact that the watermen get around town without being caught by putting on trench coats and fedoras.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
And sunglasses. Yeah.
Yeah. So like a fedora hat, sunglasses.
They walk around, and it's the water swishing about in their heads, and Vince Vaughn's none the wiser because he's an idiot. But
really. Is that the twist? Oh my god! He's a fucking idiot.
It's a recurring theme.
It's a motif. His stupidity is a motif. What the fuck are we on about?
Anyway, and then Vince Vaughn trips on a can of spaghetti or something and then smashes into Ron Perlman and explodes him. Bye, Ron Perlman. You weren't really needed in this film. I'm sorry. And then he figures, spaghetti. I could use somebody tonight. And then of course, I don't know, the flying head of. I always think Danny DeVito, but Jim Sterling always uses him in his one.
Yeah, you know, he has become a
flying
bit
head
of
of Steve Buscemi flies through the window and says, "Get on with the fucking crime fighting!" and then bites his skull off.
Just bites his skull
No,
off.
that doesn't happen. No fucking. Oh,
Why does Steve Buscemi's head need a skull? He's already got one. In fact, I'd say it'd make more sense for him to bite off the rest of his body, like just like a weird sort of, you know, ship of Theseus, where he, you know what? That's a film right there. The head of Steve Buscemi flying around LA, biting limbs off of people in order to recreate his body that's been stolen by Harvey Weinstein. His body's been stolen by Harvey Weinstein, so he goes around Hollywood ripping limbs off people with his teeth, and then, like, right at the end, it's like, Harvey Weinstein's like, you may have gotten your body back, but is it truly you, Steve Buscemi?
He's standing at like top of the Empire State Building, like holding a cane, like holding his cane down with his two hands, is going, "You want to get your movie career back? You're going to have to do a lot of crazy shit to get it done." And that's why he goes on that journey.
Okay, yeah, that's my movie idea. I don't know what I mean. You've got Branchman Begins, and I don't know. I've got the ship of Buscemi.
Anyway, Vince Vaughn flies through the city on a giant tree, and it's at this point in the movie where we get all the fight scenes. God, I'm just winging this. What the fuck am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. I can't even remember what we were talking about before you brought up Branchman Begins. I think we were talking
he's
about
around town in his flying treehouse. Flying around his flying treehouse, and then he shoot. Oh my god! People are just gonna listen to this thing. This is not as good as.
No.
Then again, people was that's a joke in itself, but yeah. Oh dear.
We love you, Jim. We try.
What?
We love you, Jim. We try.
I did.
Hey, look, we got. You know what? We should just sort of leave it at that.
Yeah, he flies out the treehouse, and then the next movie is where I actually start making a film. I'm a rip-off artist, remember?
Oh yeah. When you actually start like.
This is the end of like a proper. He killed that bad guy by accident.
Yeah, but we never really resolved the issue, the moral issue surrounding the eggs that he chucks at people.
No, it's just.
He just kind of, that should be the second film. He just goes to political rallies in Britain and chucks eggs at politicians.
He finds a small dog inside like one of the cavities of the tree and just yanks it out without any concern for its well-being, and it's just.
Yeah, like that could be his.
It's a true artist film. I mean,
yeah, there you go. That could be
psychopath.
his. That could be his moral sort of thing. That like the sort of moral sort of grey area that we're discussing. Like he actually utilizes live animals as weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
much.
Like he breaks a dude's jaw with a cat.
Uses a lizard as as a bow, as an arrow with a bow and arrow. If he had the balls to make a bow and arrow.
He strangles someone with a corn snake. These are all pets, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all just animal pet. Fucking hell. But
What?
oh god.
Just rubs a bearded dragon in someone's face.
God, why? Why, Branchman?
Okay,
You've kind of gone way too far from your original sort of concept, where he was a crazy man who dressed up in bark and the birds made sense. The birds made sense to an extent because birds nest in trees. I mean, I guess you could get like chameleons. I think they nest in trees. My chameleon hordes.
Oh god! We don't even know who threw the branch through the window in the first place.
I don't know. Do we? It turns out all along it was Jack Napier.
What?
It was Jack Napier. He's like he was like, "Hello there, kid. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?"
But in this world, he talks through throwing branches.
Yeah, that's what that. It's like that's what that meant. Getting like a branch to the eye meant. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? It's like it's like Braille. It's like Braille or semaphore or smoke signals.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, good God Almighty! I have no idea what the hell we've been talking about for the past ages.
I do.
Okay. Oh, good God. But yeah, it's coming close to 10 o'clock, because it's that. Oh, yeah. So I should probably head off now with that fucking, little saga under our belt now. I don't even know. I think we were talking about Black Hole, like Charles Burns' Black Hole.
Yes, exactly.
And then suddenly, you started talking about Vince Vaughn in a tree costume.
You talk about Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, I was saying that oh yeah, that's because I was talking about Heavy Bullets.
Oh yes, Heavy Bullets.
Yeah, because what I was talking about was like I was saying basically Call of Duty was like it's just like a corridor really. And then like I play Heavy Bullets, and it's like this roguelike game, where like roguelike being a game where you like it doesn't matter what level you're on, if you die you go back to the beginning, like level 1.
Yeah.
But it's like a really colourful sort of polygonal kind of game, and it's got very like vintage video game sound effects.
Yeah.
Just like what, just like Atari level shit.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I've become addicted to it. Really, there's a sense of humour in there. It's at no point does it really wrench control away from me.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking, it's challenging as hell. The way that it kind of, and the way like sometimes later on it makes you feel cocky by like throwing a level at you, like a later level that isn't that difficult. But then when you go into the next level, it just throws hell at you.
Wow, right.
Level 3 might not be that bad, but then you go into level 4 and holy shit. And it's and the thing is, like it's different just about every time you play it.
Cool.
It's a bit like Eldritch as well. Eldritch is another one that people should play.
Yeah, I should play more games.
Yeah, you need to get Steam. You've got your new laptop.
Yeah, I've actually downloaded it, but I just got a username for it and stuff. So
just get you know what? Fuck it, there you go. Eldritch, Heavy Bullets, and
I'm getting Eldritch.
Eldritch and Heavy Bullets. Heavy Bullets is like, I mean, this is the amazing thing, is that you can still, I mean, you still like buy like AAA games on Steam for like 30 quid. Like, a Call of Duty game for like 30 quid, which is still cheaper than getting it on disc, but it's still quite expensive. But Heavy Bullets, which is a genuinely awesome game, $6.99.
Lovely.
$6.99 for like a genuinely good little indie game. What more can I say about that?
Yeah, exactly. It's cool.
Other than Branchman endorses this.
Branchman exists, and that's horrible.
It is horrible, yeah, but in a good way.
What the fuck am I
don't know. Right, Chris, maybe you should turn your camera down. What exactly have you got on your desk that you've been snorting?
What?
Because I don't know what.
I thought you said snogging there.
Snorting. Because I don't know what you've been. I don't know what you've been snogging either. But I don't know what, like, you have on your desk below the screen here. Because once again, I'm looking at him on Skype, and for all I know, he's got the biggest pile of coke since Scarface.
Oh god, no.
For all I know,
it's all normal damage.
For all I know, he's got an IV tube with morphine just water falling into his vein. I don't even know if morphine would cause you to come up with that sort of shit.
No, you'd be too lazy.
Yeah. Or too dead, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. So next time we'll we'll discuss Chris's drug addiction, apparent drug addiction. Yeah. God, these podcasts are just getting more and more insane now, and it's only the
Yes.
second one.
Silence, Christ.
The silence. Okay, right. Fucking Lady Hawk theme should be turning up now. You know. So yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh God. All right. I can hear the cheesy synthesizers now. Right.
Lovely.
Let's put this on. I've been Glenn.
And I am a crazy person called Christopher.
Yeah, and this has been Chris and Glenn's Journey to Hell, and it certainly fucking has been. I'm Satan.